Before I let you guys into this video, I want to give a little disclaimer. I talk about mental health. I get very unnecessarily deep for no reason. It's just basically an explanation. I used to sit down and talk about literally everything when my mental health was shit. I would tell you guys, and I drifted from that because I don't know, I just felt uncomfortable as my audience grew to talk about my mental health so openly. But I wasn't okay, I want to say 5 to 6 months ago, and I'm finally opening up about that. And it's okay to feel shitty, it's okay to feel bad, it's okay to like want to cry, but what's not okay is to not talk about it. So just a little quick trigger warning, please do not watch this if you are sensitive. People talk about mental health. If you are, this video is not for you. But in the meantime, I talk about so many things. I talk about my friends, I talk about falling out, I talk about my breakup, I talk about so many things in this video that answers every question that I've been having as to why I haven't filmed Get Ready With Me, why I stopped uploading for a while, and a lot of shit about my new song and so many other things. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Never forget to shine bright, my polettes. Hi, hello, greetings, polettes. This is my first time filming a Get Ready With Me and also a sit down video in so long. I want to say the last time I sat down to film a Get Ready With Me was probably 6 or 7 months when I filmed my photo shoot for my EP Good Boy Sin 2. If you haven't listened to it, go stream Good Boy Sin 2. It's on my YouTube channel. Please do it. It'll mean the world to me. And it's weird because I used to film Get Ready With Me so often. I'm not trying to suck my own clit or anything, but I've gotten so much more better at makeup since the last time you saw me do my makeup. Most of the time when I do film any videos, my makeup is already done and or I don't have makeup on. And for a while I started to depend on makeup for everything. When I was going on camera, I had to have a full face of makeup. I just recently just started to embrace my natural bare face because I'm not ugly, bitch. I'm beautiful. So I just stopped caring, to be real. For so long I was doing Get Ready With Me because I wanted to improve my makeup and I wanted to like show people my makeup skills and shit like that. Obviously along with that gets a lot of hate, and for so long I was getting so much shit by people saying that my makeup was bad, and at least now I could say that makeup is mediocrely better than it once was before. I'm not saying that my makeup is the best, but I'm gonna say it's better than it once was. What to talk about? I've been wanting to film a Get Ready With Me in so long, and each time I do get ready I always forget to film it. You guys have been requesting a Get Ready With Me for so long. I haven't gotten around to it, so this is me giving you guys a Get Ready With Me. I'm probably not gonna do a full face because I'm not gonna go out, and also because I have to practice the makeup look that I'm going for my music video, Valentine's Day. If you don't know, I'm coming out with a song slash poem. It's a love song. This love song was written to a guy that I was dating. Funny enough, he's texting me right now. He's very in love with this kid, and I lost myself to love him essentially. And for so long, I was depending on him for my happiness. And I'm not gonna get too much into detail because obviously I feel like there's not much to say, to be real. It's like obviously I got heartbroken, boss up and move the fuck on. And obviously with my bad bitch 101s that I do on TikTok, if you haven't followed my TikTok, go follow it. It's Roger Torres. What I do on TikTok is basically give advice through a bad bitch perspective. I wasn't taking my own advice at one point. I was literally staying with the same person for so long. I just didn't want to leave because I thought it was easier to stay than to leave. And looking back now, that did so much more damage than anything, to be real. If you're in a toxic situation and you feel like leaving, but that one person is manipulating you to stay, bitch, that's the first sign for you to leave. No matter what happens, you have to leave for your own sake. And it's like, I wasn't taking my own advice for so long. I was like, he'll change and or I'll change myself so I could suit that person's needs. And that ended up biting me in the ass. And so he pulled the trigger, we broke up, and now I am happy as can be. And to be honest, he knows that I'm writing this poem slash song about him. I wouldn't say that me and him are friends, nor would I say that me and him are enemies, but we left off on bad terms. Right now, I'm in the happiest mental state that I've been in so long, and I want to say since February to like June was the worst my mental health has been, and just recently because of my amazing ass friends. I'm pretty sure you guys know who they are. If you haven't, go watch the video that I filmed with them. Fun fact, this is not how I do my eyebrows. I still have to carve them out. It's the art of carving. I just need a rough outline with what I'm working with. As cliche as this is gonna sound, they saved my life. They know who they are. Like, I love them so fucking much. Let's just hope that Marlene is fine with me telling this. Marlene and I weren't friends for, I want to say, over a year and a half. Essentially, she was talking about me and not to me with some other girl that we're gonna call googly-eyed bitch. My dogs bit my brush. No one worry, I have another brush. Her and I weren't friends, we weren't talking, and we were talking about each other and not to each other. Until one day I hung out with Priti, the momager of the group. Essentially, Priti was friends with Marlene and Crystal. She was also friends with me. The day of my birthday, actually, Priti asked me if she could take Marlene to my birthday party, and I said no because I don't like her. She knows how I am. When I don't like someone, I have a reason why I don't like them, and she asked what it was, and I told her what happened. Priti told Marlene as to why I didn't like her, and then Marlene, as a mature ass, grown ass, bitch ass person, went out of her way and reached out to me and told me that she's sorry if she ever offended me, she's sorry if she hurt my feelings, she's sorry for a lot of things. And you know, she took ownership of what she said, and to me it's like, yeah, you talk shit, but at the end of the day, if you talk shit and you back it up, then I respect you a lot more than before. We hung out. Ever since we hung out, we've been hanging out every single day. A lot of people just question as to why we're friends, because we obviously had a public falling out. Ever since we first hung out, we've been hanging out, and that's the end, essentially. And it's cool that we all started to hang out at the right time, because essentially Brian had to take care of me and made sure that I didn't do anything stupid by himself. As cliche as this is, I hate to give to him, he really did help me through everything, through the breakup, through my mental health and shit like that, which explains my video I'm a Sledgehammer, if you haven't seen it, my mental breakdown, and I recorded it. Don't ask me why, but to summarize everything, I wasn't talking to anyone. I was keeping everything to myself. I wasn't talking to anyone. I shut everyone out just because I thought that that's the best way to deal with this, and it clearly wasn't, because it obviously ended up biting me in the ass so much. And so if you ever feel shitty or anything, talk to someone. That's the first advice that I could ever give anyone. It's obviously embarrassing to reach out and tell people that you need them to listen, because that's very embarrassing. For so long I didn't want that. Once I reached out and told Brian that I'm just fucking very unhappy, he made everything in his whole fucking world possible to make me happy, and he did. He really did. And so he saved my life once again. I never talked about why I had that mental breakdown, and basically I was going through a really bad breakup. That was before the breakup. For a month I was crying myself to sleep. I wasn't talking to anyone. I was wishing that I would have not existed. I'm using concealer, by the way, to prime my eyelids. I didn't reach out to anyone. I didn't want anyone to know what I was going through, because in my head I was like, Roger, you're the one that makes people smile. Don't burden anyone with your problems. And it's sad to say, because it's like I constantly preach about reaching out if you're not okay, because it's okay to not be okay. Reach out if you ever need anyone to talk to. I didn't, because it's like, Roger, make me happy, I'm sad. Roger, help me through my mental health. Make me happy, make me laugh. And it's like, I'm constantly put in this position. Could you make me smile, because I'm having a bad day? I couldn't reach out to anyone without them telling me to make them smile, because I felt that if I would have told them that I can't make them smile, they would have done something stupid. And so I put others' feelings before mine. That later bit me in my ass, because I should have just told people now that I have to put myself first. Once I did start putting myself first and started talking about it, my mental health got so much better. Honestly, thanking Brian, because he basically read me like a fucking book, like he always does. Like, he knew that I wasn't okay. He knew that I was very unhappy. And so once he reached out and asked me to tell him what's wrong, I told him, and he was there to listen to all 3 hours of my fucking rant. He literally sat me down and he's just like, what's wrong? And then I told him everything. I told him what was happening, what was going through my mind. He just sat there listening to me. Like, he literally didn't leave until like 3 a.m. Well, that made me feel so much better. Finally, I'm so happy and okay talking about this. He was happy to finally have his best friend again. I was shutting him out. I wasn't telling him anything. I wasn't talking to him. Once I reached out and told him everything went back to normal. We started talking like nothing ever happened. Like, we never stopped talking, and that's what I love about Brian. And I know he's watching this, but fuck you, Brian. You know, he just doesn't need to know. This is girl time. So Brian, if you're watching, fuck you. It's weird, because I basically posted that video with no context and no explanation, and a lot of people were just left in the dark wondering what was wrong with me and if I was having a mental breakdown. And yes, I was having a fucking mental breakdown, but I just wasn't reaching out and telling anyone because it was embarrassing for me. But to finally be in a good headspace and actually talk about it is the best feeling ever. If you're not okay, then you're not okay. You don't have to lie and pretend. You don't have to be scared to let people know that you're not okay. And it took me so long to realize that, because for so long I was just like, Roger, it's not okay to not be okay. Your problems should be kept to to yourself and only to yourself. If you let anyone know what you're feeling, then you're no longer doing what makes you happy. And obviously what makes me happy is making people happy. Once I started to talk, I didn't stop talking. I started reaching out to a bunch of people, telling them what was up, why I was gone, why I went MIA on them. Everyone was so understanding and so kind. Not a single person got mad at me because I ghosted them or just stopped talking to them. I'm happy to say that I'm still here, essentially. Like, I'm glad that I didn't give up on myself, and I'm glad that I came to the realization that it's okay to not be okay, that it's okay to feel like shit, and it's okay to want to not do anything. It's okay to feel down. For so long, I was like, Roger, that's not okay, because you're supposed to get your ass up and do something with your life. Do what makes you happy. And for so long, this was making me happy, and it does make me happy. But when I wasn't happy myself, how can I make others happy? I could proudly say that I'm fucking happy, and this is the best my mental health has been in forever. And it's fucking crazy that just by opening up a conversation and saying that I'm not okay could lead to something so extraordinary. Once the breakup happened, I posted my bad bitch 101s and I blew up on TikTok. I literally gained like 7,000 followers. On a daily basis, I was gaining thousands upon thousands of followers. Damn, Roger. All of that happened just because of a heartbreak. And so that goes to show it's like every lows, there's always going to be a high. As cliche as that sounds. This literally looks so bad, but I promise that my makeup skills are a lot more shittier. Don't ask me what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I think looks nice. That leads me into my poem that I'm releasing on November 27, 2020. The person that this poem is about knows that this poem is about them. He's okay with me posting it. The song is essentially how I feel throughout the relationship, and the poem after is how I feel now. And so you'll know how it goes when you hear it. I want to say that the slam poem is basically something I've never done before. Like, I have never done anything like that. I'm excited for you guys to hear this, and it's something new that I didn't write 3 years ago, because most of my breakups happened 3 years ago. It's cool to finally write something new and finally put something out in so long, because the last time I put out anything out was my EP Good Boy Sin 2, and that's about it. And I'm really excited to release more EPs and more songs for you guys. By no means am I the best singer. I've said it on multiple times on multiple counts, and I'm just not a great singer. Obviously, if I was a great singer, it would have been a great song, but since I'm not a good singer, it's not the best song. But lyrically, I love my lyrics and my poem. I'm not trying to suck my own fucking dick. Essentially, what I'm doing is I put a dark color in my crease and blended that out, and then I'm using a fucking pink shit from Jaclyn Hill's palette to blend the dark color out. To be honest, I don't know if this is the right brush to use, but I use it anyway. When the fuck was I good at makeup, you know? I'm a makeup artist. I promise I'm a makeup artist, but I don't know how to do makeup on myself, which leads me into my next topic. I am doing so many things for you guys behind the scenes. I literally barely sleep now because of the amount of shit that I'm doing. Roger, you're wearing yourself out, and I'm so exhausted. I guess when people tell me that I can't do something, that sparks something in me that is like, bitch, watch me prove you wrong, and I will prove you wrong, and I do prove people wrong. What I'm working on for you guys is something that has been in the works for months upon months. Finally gonna come out to you, and you'll know what it is when my song comes out. There's an announcement at the end of that song, and so I'm excited for you guys to listen to my song and my new fucking poem, and I'm also excited for you guys to find out what I've been working on. I hope you guys are excited for my new song. I'm excited for you guys to be content with something that you've been waiting for so long, you know? I am exasperated, I guess, by the amount of support that I get on a daily basis. What the fuck did I do to deserve this? For so long, I've been wanting this. I've been wanting to make people happy, and now that I have the opportunity, I always question myself as to what the fuck did I do? Who did I have to blow? Whose ass did I have to eat for this to happen? I get asked, what are you guys called? You guys are called the Polettes. You're called the Polettes because all throughout high school, I was called a hoe because I was very open with my sex experiences, and I've always been open and sexual and weird and fucky. And a lot of people, they don't get uncomfortable with it, but they obviously form their opinions about me, and they're like, Roger, you're a hoe. A piruja is a hoe in Spanish, so that's where the P comes from in Polette. The OE comes from hoe. This is gonna look good, trust me. At one point, where are my lights? Aha. Let is basically part of piglet because I love small pigs. I'm not the biggest fan, but they're adorable, so I say that I love them to be relatable because I'm a quirky little bitch. Thank you for supporting this weird fucky kid that literally makes YouTube videos and for some reason makes you laugh, and I'm excited for what the future holds for us Polettes, because I hope that my dreams come true and we can expand our Polette nation, I guess, if you want to say, and make the OKURRRRR family a lot bigger. Now, to be honest, I'm not gonna say that this looks good, nor am I gonna say that this looks bad, but like, close your eyes, squint so hard to the point where basically your eyes are closed, and then pretend that you're watching Jay Charles. It looks good, right? Because it's Shane Charles, but because it's me, just open your eyes and you're gonna see that it's just not. It'll get there, trust me. me. It'll get there. I'm going for something like this. It's gonna be something pinky, something fucking rosy, some fucking pink shit everywhere. I think I just fucked it up. Just imagine me with a full face right now. It's gonna look nice, but I'm not gonna do a full face because I have nowhere to go. I'm not James Charles. I don't get PR, bitch. Like, every fucking makeup product that I have, I fucking buy. Just imagine that, like, I have a full face on, you know? And I like this, to be honest, with like lashes and mascara. Like, that looks good, right? I hope. I'm doing something pinky because it's Valentine's Day. Fun fact, I got cheated on Valentine's Day, so that's why my song is called Valentine's Day. I have to do something that's pink and like Valentine's Day related, so this is the makeup look. I don't like eyeshadow nor eyelashes because I'm more of a like full coverage natural bitch, and I just don't like lashes and eyeshadow and all that shit. No tea, no shade, but it's just not me. I think this is the end of the video. I don't know if you want to call this a get ready with me, but I'm still gonna put it in the title because fuck you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this weird, fucky, sit down, get ready with me, talk with me, fucking bullshit with me. Because I did too. It's been so long that I've last sat down here and talked to you guys because I was going through a lot of things mentally and didn't want to talk to anyone. And I'm glad that I could finally sit down on the camera and not lie to you guys and tell you the truth that I wasn't okay and that I haven't been okay. But I've been so much better because of my friends, and I love them to death, and I love them so fucking much. Without them, I truly would say that I wouldn't be here. But you know, we're not gonna get into that because they know that I love them. They know that they saved my life. Marlene, Briti, Crystal, Brian, I love you guys. Thank you for coming back into my life or coming to my life, and I'm gonna shut up because I'm gonna cry if I think about them too much because I love them so fucking much. But expect a lot more videos with them. Comment down below any video ideas that you guys want to see. I was gonna do a transforming and recreating Arthur Reed episodes, but I haven't had time to do that. So let me know if you guys are still interested to see that, even if it's late. I was gonna do it for Halloween. Last year I did it for Halloween. This year I've been too busy to film, and I have the bald cap and everything. Want to check in with you guys if you're okay to receive transforming myself into Arthur part 2 late, the first 2 weeks of November essentially. Make sure to follow all of my social media that is linked down below. Click the little bell so you get notified when I upload. Make sure to save the date, November 27, 2020, because I will be coming out with my first ever song, Valentine's Day. I'll fuck off now. As fucking always, be a bad bitch and stay a bad bitch. OKURRRRR bitch.